G'day Australia and welcome to the home of cruising on your TV. This is CruiseAway with Joe and Derek, where over the next 30 minutes we'll be bringing you 3 unmissable cruise holidays that you can book today for a low deposit from just $300 per person. That's all right, isn't it?
Brilliant.
And in the show it's all about amazing Australia and Asia.
Fabulous. Yes, itineraries coming your way, including your chance to experience autumn in Japan and spring in Australia for September next year. Then we're going to be heading off to Asia for an exotic sunshine getaway for February next year, before we round off the show with the most incredible adventure, taking in the Coral Triangle onto the Great Barrier Reef. Yeah, I hadn't heard of the Coral Triangle before. We'll all find out together later. But before we head on board, let's first introduce you to us here at CruiseAway.
Here at CruiseAway, we've been sending Australian travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 25 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all major cruise lines, sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So, if you're ready, let's go cruising.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm always ready, aren't you?
I'm always ready for holiday.
Brilliant,
especially when cruising is just so easy.
Definitely.
So easy. It brings the world to Australia and Australia to the world. And honestly, with these incredible offerings that we have for you, everything's packaged. Okay, so your flights are included. If there's stays in there, they're included as well as your cruise. So you've really got nothing to think about once you put your deposit down and you've booked your trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And make sure, because we're here every day on Gecko as well, so make sure you pop back because we've got lots and lots of adventures to talk to you about. But stay where you are right now. Make yourself comfortable because we're off for autumn in Japan and spring in Australia. Now that sounds like very different things, doesn't it? But it's in one holiday package. Brilliant. 22 nights, starts on the 2nd of September next year. We're flying out of Brisbane on this one and we're flying to Tokyo in Japan. How amazing. Oh, this shirt would look just right in Japan.
I think you'd match in a treat, and I'd almost match in a treat, although my sleeves would be taller than most of the temples there, I should imagine. But look, I mean, Tokyo, what a dream city to visit. You've got 2 nights as well, whether it's the bright lights of the Shibuya crossing or the incredible temples with thousands of years of history, or perhaps a little trip on that iconic bullet train. Tokyo has something to offer for everybody's taste. Amazing galleries and also museums as well. And the food, of course, is first rate. If you love your sushi, if you love all things Japanese, this is going to be an absolute dream trip for you. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, because guess what? We are then joining the beautiful and elegant Diamond Princess, and we're heading out on cruise for 20 fabulous nights. This is the absolute epitome of cruising. Princess is a beloved cruise line. They're a multi-winning cruise line, whether it's their shows or their food that are constantly winning accolades from Cruise Critic, from Porthole Magazine, from USA Today, you name it. These guys are always in the media for the good reason. Now, the lovely thing about cruising, and this is again, to some of you maybe that aren't familiar with the modern world of cruising, cruising has really stepped into the 21st century. It is all about that, almost that boutique experience, the boutique hotel experience at sea. You've got incredible champagne bars, luxury cocktail bars, you've got fabulous specialty restaurants. So it's not just same dining room every night. If you don't want to do that, you can head to one of their many incredible specialty restaurants.
Whiskey lounge, that sounds nice, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's all about the finer things in life, isn't it? And by the way, Princess have won Best Pizza at Sea many years in a row. They have incredible menus curated by Michelin star chefs. Whether you're wanting fast and furious, quick and easy, or you're wanting a real proper sit-down, luxurious, real gourmet meal, there's something for everybody. And you know what else? The spa. If you want to really indulge and relax, it's time definitely to head up to the spa.
Uh-oh, Joe's off to the spa.
In my mind, I'm already there, Derek. I am horizontal. I'm having a hot stone massage,
lovely,
a mani-pedi, acupuncture, the whole 9 yards. Why not? You're on holiday. You deserve it, right? It's a lovely thing to do, actually, after you've been for a busy day exploring the ports of call.
Definitely. And obviously, you don't want to paint your own toes, do you?
No, never. Why would you ever do that? You've got people on offer to do it for you in any colour that you can imagine. There's also lots of unusual treatments on offer. You've got things like treatments on board as well. So beautifully appointed spaces and lovely staterooms.
Gorgeous.
Whether you're choosing a traditional interior cabin or whether you're going to go the whole 9 yards and head for a beautiful suite, which is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
But remember, actually, whichever accommodation you have, they're all beautiful, they're all wonderfully appointed.
Yeah.
You spend very little time in
Very
them.
little time.
It's there to turn around, isn't it? It's there to sleep, and it's there to go from day to night. So you've been up on pool deck during the day, come in, have your shower, get changed, and then the evening begins. I mean, that's really the main times I spend in staterooms on a cruise.
Yeah,
you want to be
agree.
doing, don't you?
Absolutely. You want to be out there, you want to be doing, you want to be seeing it and doing it all and shopping it all, because there's great shopping on board. And actually, this part of the world is known for its shopping as well. So be ready. Maybe bring an extra suitcase with you. Now, we are cruising out of Yokohama, the port for Tokyo, and we're straight into the port for Mount Fuji. Just the cones of that iconic volcano are instantly recognizable, and you can actually head up to the summit or perhaps just take a viewpoint from a distance. Onto Osaka, which is Japan's culture capital, where you could actually visit Universal Studios, just a stone's throw away. Very cool, actually. 2 days at sea will see us into Taipei, and beautiful Taiwan, of course, beckons. You have lots of history and culture here, and Elephant Mountain, which is the Nangan District hiking trail, is amazing. Then we're on into Hong Kong. The hustle, bustle and excitement of this city is sure to have you something to talk about for many, many years to come. Very cool place. Manila, the Philippines. This is the capital. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, you have that lush tropical beauty in the Philippines, but you've got lots of historic culture there as well. Then we're on into Alotau, which is a really amazing place in Papua New Guinea to visit. You can see the native cultural village for a taste of the island. Then we're on into the conflict islands, also in Papua New Guinea.
Look at
Baby
the turtles.
Yes,
They're
you
so
can go
cute.
to the interaction tour, which will allow you to see babies and the mamas out there swimming in the ocean. Very cool. Then we're cruising into Brisbane, where we'll disembark the ship. Now, it also is important to note that whilst you're on board, there's an amazing shore excursions team that can help you personalise and create the trip of your dreams when you're visiting these ports of call. And so you're making the most of every single second on board the ship.
Yeah, it's very true, actually, because there might be places there that you're unfamiliar with, that you maybe haven't heard of before. I'm not sure I'd have heard of that place in Papua New Guinea before actually seeing this itinerary and doing the research for it. So actually, if there's places that you're completely unfamiliar with, that's the great thing about cruising, is you get to discover. It's all about discovery. It's all about discovering what's on board on the cruise ship, your fellow passengers and their stories of travel over the years. That'll give you lots of ideas for the future as well. And then you've got all the places to go and explore as well. This is really, really fantastic. Remember, this flies out of Brisbane, and then a cruise obviously ultimately sails back into Brisbane. If you need flights to and from Brisbane from other cities, just let us know. We can sort that out for you. But based on the Brisbane flight on the 2nd of September next year, I can tell you, good news, we can lock in a great price right now with a low deposit of just $400 each, which is fantastic. And your price tag for the entire package, which will live long in the memory, as Joe says. Look at that. I mean, that's extraordinary. Now, this is for the 2nd of September next year. I'm just a word of caution on this. Being able to put the low deposit down right now guarantees that great price. If we're talking to you at the start of 2024 about this offer, we might be talking by then a completely different price tag, probably considerably higher, because of course hotel prices, airline prices, even cruise prices will probably have changed by then in an upward direction. I mean, nothing ever comes down, does it? Always goes up. So take advantage of that $400 each deposit right now to lock in that amazing price tag. Let's remind you what's included for that price as well, because it is so good. So the flight from Brisbane to Tokyo, the capital of Japan, and you get some time to spend there as well. 2 fabulous nights in a hotel, room only in Tokyo, so you can explore that fabulous city, so you can get a real feel for it. You can taste it, you can see it, you can explore it. Amazing. Then you've got 20 nights of cruising with Diamond Princess, and you're cruising around Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, the Philippines, through to Papua New Guinea, and then of course sailing back into Brisbane, which is brilliant, isn't it? We're back to the doorstep again at the very end. Remember, if you need flights to Brisbane, of course, just let us know and we can sort that out for you, because that's what we do. 1300 306 134 is our telephone number to dial. Remember, we are toll free as well. Now, of course, we're planning into the future at the moment. In fact, we're about to plan into the future to 2025, but you might be looking for a cruise bargain that's just around the corner. I've got just the place for you.
When you log on to cruiseaway.com.au, you're opening up the virtual brochure on over 9,000 cruise holidays. If you've seen a cruise on TV, just search the cruise ID here to find out more details, upgrade options, and to book online. If you're looking for inspiration, you can search by destination, departure port, cruise line, cruise ship, or cruise style. Plus, we've got an incredible selection of last-minute deals, all-inclusive cruises, and early bird specials you can't afford to miss. Log on now to cruiseaway.com.au. Your next dream holiday is only a click away.
Oh, and honestly, when you pick an offer, the details pop up like lightning. Some travel websites, when you look at them, oh, they're so slow.
It's a really dynamic website.
Waiting, dial going round and round and round and round and round. But with CruiseAway, you click on the offer, bang, it's there in front of you.
Yeah, it's good to go. So less hassle and much more time to, plan your cruise, plan your holiday, plan your exciting bucket list trip. Well, we have another one on offer for you.
Yes.
And this is on an old familiar friend of mine, the Norwegian Sun. Beautiful ship. It's in exotic Asia, of course. And you're going for 18 nights on the 18th of February, 2025. Lovely. We're going to fly you from Singapore, from Sydney even. Should we try that again? From Sydney to Bangkok for a 3-night free cruise stay. Lovely to have this. And we were just saying, we don't often see Bangkok as a stopover before a cruise. So it's great that you have this in the Thai capital, and honestly, it's an amazing, amazing city, Bangkok. Whether you're going to the Grand Palace or to visit the Wat Pho Buddha, which is an amazing thing to see and do. You've got the Chatuchak market as well, which is really exciting. The hustle bustle of markets is what Thailand is all about. And whether you're shopping for t-shirts or artifacts or food, you can find it there. Take a nice river cruise as well. That's a fun thing to do. And make sure you go on the BTS SkyTrain. That will allow you to see a good overview of the city. Then we're heading on board the lovely Norwegian Sun, who is stationed out in Asia for this year for your fabulous cruise holiday. And you're going to have 12 nights on board, which is brilliant. So that gives you enough time to get to know the ship, get to know the people, the wonderful staff on board. It's a super, super friendly ship. I worked on this ship for 6 months. And the lovely thing about the Norwegian Sun is there's a real familiarity, home from home vibe to it. With it being a smaller Norwegian cruise line ship, about mid-size, you will find that personal service is absolutely second to none. Whether you're enjoying theatre and food at once in the form of teppanyaki, which is very, very exciting to watch, watching the incredible chefs create your meal before your very eyes, or you're heading up to, there's another one, the churrascaria. That's also kind of theatre dining as they come round to your table and shave off the meat in front of you. It's very cool. Or you might just be jazzing it up in the disco, enjoying the shows, lounging by the pool, grabbing a massage up in the greenhouse spa. I mean, the world's your oyster on board a ship. And the good thing is the world comes to you when you're on board a cruise, not the other way.
Honestly, it is fantastic. And in terms of speciality dining, now, a lot of the dining's included on board, but they do have these specialty restaurants as well, which you pay a small extra cover charge for, but you get amazing, amazing food, let me tell you. So we're going out of Liam Chabang, which is the port for Bangkok.
Absolutely, into Koh Samui in beautiful Thailand for its palm fringe beaches and coconut groves, all that lush rainforest. Amazing. Ho Chi Minh's our next port in Vietnam, and this is where you might want to see the iconic Cu Chi tunnels underneath the city or head to the famed Mekong Delta for a tour. Now Trang beckons next, and you have an amazing aerial cable car over to Hontre Island with the lovely nature reserve, which I'd definitely be signing up for. Then we're on to Bintan Island in Indonesia, which is where you can see incredible temples and beautiful lush rainforest, as well as those beaches, of course. A day at Singapore awaits you next, and this is where you can see the famed Gardens by the Bay, or maybe just sit there and drink a cocktail in Raffles Hotel. The options are endless. An overnight in Phuket, well, this is lovely because it will allow you to enjoy that beachside glamour at twilight in the evening. You might want to go on a sunset sail or enjoy some of the fantastic markets that are at night, just wandering along the streets, doing a spot of shopping. A really wonderful place to have a night stop for sure. Don't forget the little elephant sanctuary. Penang is next, and this is where we can go and see the Kek Lok Si Temple or the Snake Temple. It is awash with incredible history and culture, this one. We disembark in Kuala Lumpur, home of the famed Petronas Twin Towers, and you've got 2 nights in Kuala Lumpur.
Don't they look spectacular at night? I've never seen them at night before.
Well, they glow at night as well. Wow. They light up, so it's a brilliant thing to actually be able to experience. You can head to the KLCC as well stadium. You can go to visit Little India. It's known for its amazing food in Little India. You might want to head to some of the great markets there, and of course Asia is known for its markets. You can't leave Asia without coming back with at least a few fabulous souvenirs, that's for sure. And certainly shop till you drop, because then we're flying you home and it's all included in your price, and you're much closer to home as well over in Malaysia, so not too far to travel. And as you can see, you know, heading there through Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia and Malaysia. What a brilliant little itinerary this is. And it all kicks off, of course, with that great Bangkok stay.
Amazing. I love that our producer, Ever Practical, just pointed out that at least there's an HSBC in Kuala Lumpur. That's handy.
Well,
if
it's
you
the
need,
world's bank, isn't
exactly.
it?
If you need to pop to the bank, then you can when you're at Kuala Lumpur. Honestly, this is such an amazing trip. Really, really lovely. It couldn't be any better, really. It's a really lovely combination of travel and exploration as well, with the double stay here as well, which is brilliant. So one in Bangkok, and Bangkok is rarely popping up as a stay. It quite often pops up in the middle of a cruise itinerary, and you might have an overnight there. And an overnight, by the way, just in case you've never heard of an overnight on board a cruise ship before, means that you arrive on day one, usually fairly early in the morning. You'll arrive on the first day, and the ship will stay in the port the whole of that day and that night and well into the following day as well, which is really good. So you actually, if you want to do a couple of different things that might be in different areas of the same place, you can do it on an overnight. Anyway, listen, let's get back to this one. Now, we're looking quite a way ahead here, with the best part of 2 years away on this one. So again, we're giving you an opportunity to put a low deposit down today to lock in the price tag. You're not going to believe the price tag, so I'll just tell you, $300 each today as a deposit. And look at this. Oh my crikey. This one will veritably fly out of the door, let me tell you. I think our phone lines will be buzzing straight away, because that is an exceptional price tag. Well under $4,000 each. $300 each today as a deposit to make it happen. Shall I just remind you everything that's included in that price tag as well, and then you'll be straight on those telephone lines. That's amazing. Remember, it's toll free to call us, 1300 306 134. So in February in 2025, but $300 deposit each right now to make it happen. So you're putting the plans in the diary now. If you've got a diary for 2025, I doubt it. We'll fly from Sydney to Bangkok, so that flight's included, of course. 3 nights in a hotel room only in Bangkok. Wonderful city break. Explore. You've heard about Bangkok so many times. Now you've got the chance to really see it. Then you've got 12 nights of cruising with Norwegian on the Norwegian Sun. You're cruising to Koh Samui, Vietnam, Singapore, an overnight in Phuket in Thailand. You end the cruise in Kuala Lumpur, and that's where you'll leave Norwegian Sun. And you've got 2 nights in a hotel there, room only, and that's included as well, as is your flight back from Kuala Lumpur, or KL as they call it, back to Sydney on this one. All of that included for that price tag of well under $4,000 each. Incredible. Remember, $300 today as a deposit, and you can lock in that price tag. It's incredible. Call us now, 1300 306 134. Now, a journey of fascination, new even to both of us as well, actually. And we've talked about travelling around the world an awful lot over the years. We're going to the Coral Triangle next with Holland America Line, but not just the Coral Triangle, volcanoes and the Great Barrier Reef. Now, I'm guessing that you've heard of the Great Barrier Reef, but the Coral Triangle might be something new to you. Well, on the 4th of January in 2025, this 30-night adventure begins by flying you from Sydney to Singapore.
Brilliant.
And we're there for a night in a hotel before we go cruising. Wonderful.
A great little night to become acquainted to this part of the world and enjoy if you've never visited before, or even if you have. Singapore always has something new to offer, and it is really that East meets West vibe. The bustling street markets, you might want to head out to those in your evening in Singapore, or maybe just chill at the hotel and have some Michelin-star dining. Who knows? It is, of course, up to you what you do to enjoy this brilliant little one-night stay. And then, of course, we are heading on board the Holland America Line Noordam for your exceptional and exciting cruise for 28 fabulous nights.
There she is.
I could not have picked a better ship to enjoy for 28 nights on board. When it comes to long-term cruising, or shall I say longer haul cruising, Holland America Line have got it down to a fine art, and it's what many cruisers pick to go on if they're going to be doing a month, 2 months, 3 months, or a world cruise.
Yeah, it's interesting actually. Out of all the cruise lines in the industry, actually Holland America tend to have longer itineraries on average, and that's because the evolution of their passengers have been so loyal to it that they're like, okay, more, I want more.
Yeah, how do you like it? How do you like it? Anyway, but look, she is a Vista class ship. She's beautiful. She's kind of their larger, but for Holland America Line, that's still less than 3,000 passengers.
Yeah.
So you've got, like, you know, everything amplified. If you've been on Holland before and you've gone on the smaller ships, this is bigger and better and bolder and newer and fresher and exciting. And they put a real feature on enrichment. So you could be doing a cooking class for the executive chef. You could be learning to create exceptional napkin folding or towel folding. It's all these fun things that are just little additional extras when you're on a cruise that honestly you might come away with a new skill. They also have in their iCafe, they also have classes on, you know, how to document your travels in the best way using a digital app on your iPad, your phone, and just to make it really dynamic and exciting. And this might be something, in all honesty, you don't have time to sit down and do back home.
Yeah.
So you're making that time to create these special moments. And of course, truly voyaging on Holland America Line. Now, the ship itself is built in the very traditional style. You honestly do feel like you're just on a very large yacht. You've got those beautiful dark wood polished beams. You have the lovely striped deck chairs. The whole ship is designed with that sort of navy and a wood feel that you would expect in a really exceptional kind of old-fashioned hotel, like a 6-star hotel. So it is lovely. And then there's the food. I mean, don't even get me started. This, for me, in all my 10 years of cruising as a career, was the best food. I love Holland America Line's cuisine. It's delicious, it's fresh, it's vibrant, it's varied. And so is the music. They're known as the musical ships. They have a lot of musical charters and blues charters. Talking of blues, there's B.B. King's. You've also got Lincoln Center Stage. Now, should we see where we're off to? Cruising out of Singapore into Puerto Princesa in the Philippines, straight off the bat there, where you can take a lovely boat trip through the massive limestone cave and underground river of the biodiverse subterranean national park. On to Bitung, where you can visit, over 18,000 islands in Indonesia, but this is one of them. Lots of caves and craters await. Next, we're up into Papua New Guinea, and this is where you can visit the lovely beaches there. Maybe you just want to sit and relax for the day and not worry about anything else other than having a cocktail in hand. Rabaul's our next port in Papua New Guinea, and it's got an incredible World War II history that you want to maybe investigate with the War Museum there. Next up, we're into another island in Papua New Guinea, Kiwina, and this is where you can see kind of the native traditional culture of the islands by visiting a traditional village. We're in the Conflict Islands next, which is known for its beautiful wildlife. Now, one thing you might want to do in these islands is go in a traditional outrigger carved out canoe. We're into Cairns next, of course, home of the Great Barrier Reef right there, or the Daintree Rainforest, Cape Captivation, Corunda Railway, you take your pick. Then, talking of the Great Barrier Reef, we're going to spend a couple of days cruising through the world's largest coral reef system, comprised of 2,900 individual reefs, 900 islands, over 2,300 kilometres, one of the great wonders of the world. It is incredible. It is the largest living thing on Earth and is even visible from outer space. Can you imagine? 600 types of hard and soft coral as well. And of course, there's the marine life, which is some of the most spectacular on the planet. How amazing. Then we're into Darwin, and you can visit Kakadu there, of course, Kakadu National Park. We're right on the precipice to visit there. Then we're into Dill in East Timor Islands and the coast of island of Timor, which is known for its beautiful nature. Then Komodo awaits us, and this is the home of the amazing Komodo dragon monitor lizard. You must go to the national park and see them in their natural habitat right there. Benwa's next, of course, for Bali, where we can go to the Yuba monkey forest and go and meet the cheeky devils in person, or perhaps head to some of the amazing temples there. Jakarta next, and this is, of course, on the island of Java, the capital of Indonesia, which is a multicultural hotspot. Then we're going to be cruising back into Singapore, where we'll disembark, and we've included your transfer from the port to the airport, so that's all encompassed. So edge to edge, flights, the whole cruise, and of course you've got, when you're on a cruise on Holland America Line, you're going to enjoy your dining, you're going to enjoy all your entertainment, all your housekeeping. It's all included when you're on a cruise, so you don't have to worry about factoring in what are we going to do tonight, where are we going to go. It's all right there. It's your home from home. Absolutely brilliant.
And Joe, you may now breathe. Wow, that was some journey, right?
Wow.
Honestly, you might even want to, if you can, rewind and go through that whole thing. The great thing about a journey like this is it's just so far and wide, isn't it? It's a massive, massive adventure. If you want to see it all on a map, by the way, because it's really, really interesting, if you go to our website, cruiseaway.com.au, make a note of this number here, 169244411. Pop that into the search ID box on the website, and it'll also bring you a map of actually where you're going. And you'll realise that actually you're covering a big area there, and you're going to a lot of places I have never, ever seen on cruise itineraries. And I've been on TV talking about cruises for the best part of the last 15 years, and I've not seen some of these ports ever pop up, which is great. It's almost like finding new places, undiscovered places. Incredible. Now, we are forward planning to January in 2025, so let's have a look at your amazing price tag for this big, big adventure. Yeah, that's amazing. Remember, even if you look at your price of your cruise there and your length of your cruise, that price tag is extraordinary. It really is. Let's take a look at what's included in this then. Remember, your flight to Singapore, of course, included in that price tag, 28 nights on MS Nordam. And I tell you what, you are taking in not only destinations here, but some amazing scenic cruising as well. The Ribbon Reef, the Great Barrier Reef, the Torres Strait, the Krakatau volcano. You're scenic cruising through that. Cruising through here, there, and absolutely everywhere. There are some places definitely on the bucket list there that you will love. If you want more details, of course, you can go and look at the cruise and the deal on our website, or pick up the phone and call our team right now, 1300 306 134. I have to say, that is one of the most unusual packages that I've seen in a long time, actually, but I really love it.
It's really dynamic and exciting, and I think the price is right, especially for Holland America Line, which you will notice is such an exceptional cruise line. So get these locked in, get these deals booked. Yep. We'll see you on a cruise soon.
Absolutely. We're here on Gecko every day, so we'll see you back here one day. Bye-bye.